The day I got my PhD, I also found out my mentor, the man who guided me for years, was a serial killer. So I'm in grad school, right? And my advisor, Dr. Albright, is this absolute legend in the field of forensic anthropology. The guy wrote the book, literally. He was brilliant, charming, a bit eccentric, but everyone respected him. For 6 years, he was my guide, my mentor, my academic dad. I looked up to this dude so much. He would always say my research on decomposition patterns was groundbreaking. Little did I know, he had a very personal, very sick interest in my work. The whole thing started to unravel because of a simple mistake. A stupid, arrogant mistake. A series of cold cases, spanning over a decade, all had one thing in common. The victims were dumped in remote, specific locations that maximized natural decomposition, making it almost impossible to pinpoint the time of death. The cops were stumped for years. Who would know that much about how bodies break down in different environments? Yeah, you see where this is going. One day, I'm in the lab, freaking out over my dissertation defense, and Albright is calming me down. He's telling me I'm the most promising student he's ever had. That same afternoon, detectives show up on campus. They had a new lead. One of the victims had a rare custom-made dental implant, and they finally traced the manufacturer. The records led them to a patient file, and guess who the emergency contact was? Dr. Albright. Turns out, the victim was his ex-girlfriend from 15 years ago. What a moron. You'd think a genius serial killer would remember to cover a track that's simple. When the cops searched his house, it was a horror show. Trophies from his victims, but worse, they found his personal journals. He wasn't just killing them. He was using their bodies for his own private research. He was testing the exact decomposition theories he taught in his classes. He'd visit the dump sites, take notes, and then use that data in his academic papers. My groundbreaking research? He was feeding me information from his own crimes. He would literally critique my work, saying things like, perhaps you should consider a higher acidity in the soil for this scenario, because he had first-hand fiend experience. The day of my defense, he was arrested right outside the lecture hall. I passed, got my PhD, and walked out to see my mentor being shoved into a police car. All that work, all that respect, gone. My entire academic career was built on a foundation of murder. He got life in prison, obviously. And me? I have a PhD in a field I can never look at the same way again, all thanks to the monster who signed my diploma.